Facts Verse presents Things You Didn't Know About the Beverly Hillbillies. Back in the 1960s, Beverly Hillbillies was a popular TV sitcom. You are going to be surprised at the number of people of all ages who would make time for this TV show. Who would not want to watch it? It had an amazing cast, it was well directed, and the location was pretty good. Just when you thought you know everything about it, there are a few things you don't know at all. Here are a few amazing facts about it. Cheap mansion. There are rumors flying around that the show paid just around $500 to film in the mansion where they shot most of the show. After the show became successful, they eventually became contented with the mansion and it became the permanent home of the DRYSDALE'S. The owner of the mansion allowed them to shoot in the mansion as long as they would never reveal the address to anybody. Unfortunately, with a huge staff of cast and crew always on hand for each episode, it was not long before fans found out the location. Some diehard fans of the show patiently waited outside the mansion with the hopes of getting an autograph signed by one of the actors or actresses of the show. Mrs. Drysdale and Sonny's age difference is only 8 years. Believe it or not, the actor who played Sonny is only 8 years younger than the actress who portrayed Mrs. Drysdale. There was no doubt anyone noticed the small age difference, though. After all, the important thing is they played their roles to perfection, and they did. Besides, good actors can easily make themselves look younger or older if the role needs them to be. Mrs. Drysdale's secretary tried politics. The actress who played Mrs. Drysdale's secretary decided to try her luck at politics after her acting career was over. In fact, she decided to run for a House of Representatives spot in the state of Pennsylvania. She was not exactly successful in her quest, but you know what they say, at least you tried. She did, and she showed that she had the capabilities of having a seat, but the voters did not think so. One of the biggest reasons she lost the election was because one of her stars ranted about it on radio. He thought it was not a good idea for her to do it, and she paid the price. It was definitely not the right thing to do, but all he did was air his laundry. John Wayne's cameo. A lot of fans have been clamoring for a John Wayne cameo at the TV show. To nobody's surprise, the action star was actually a big fan, and he agreed to do a cameo on the 5th season. He did not even demand a high payment for his appearance. He loved to do it, and there was even talks of him doing another one. Of course, that didn't happen, but like every other fan, he always has his eyes glued to the TV show. Fans ignored the critics. The Beverly Hillbillies rose to the #1 spot in cable TV rankings faster than anybody else. Not all critics liked the show. Some called it boring, while some thought it would not last that long. It felt great for the creator of the show to prove the doubters wrong. Once fans liked the show, they were there until the end. They got a lot of loyal fans who would anticipate each episode. Sharon Tate's small role. Best known for being director Roman Polanski's wife, Sharon Tate had a small role for the TV show in a few episodes. Now, Sharon Tate recently got played by Margot Robbie in Oscar-nominated movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Max Baer Jr. disputes character use. Max Baer Jr. is most notably known for playing Jethro in the Beverly Hillbillies. CBS decided to open a barbecue chain in his name, but didn't tell him about it. They realized too late that it was a big mistake not telling him about it, since he did not take the news too kindly. He ended up finding out and did not hesitate in suing CBS. Eventually, both sides came to an agreement. Max plays double duty. Speaking of Max, there was a time in season 1 of the show when he pulled double duty and also played Jethro's twin sister. It takes incredible acting skills to pull off 2 people in one TV sitcom, and he managed to pull it off. Another person did the voiceover for the character so Jethrin could pass up as a real female. Thankfully, there was no need for the character to appear in future episodes. Donna Douglas contributes to Rise of Blue Jeans. When Donna Douglas donned blue jeans in the episodes of Beverly Hillbillies, she became nicely known for it. In fact, she inspired millions of people all over the world to also wear blue jeans. This contributed to more people buying the product. Thus, brands that produce blue jeans have Donna Douglas to thank for their increase in sales. What did MD for Granny stand for? Granny always referred to herself as Granny MD. MD did not stand for what you think it does. It actually stands for Mountain Doctor. Fortunately, Granny did not reveal why MD stands that way for her. She can only say it was a fun acronym. No more Granny roles. When the Beverly Hillbillies ended, there was no shortage of offers for Granny. In fact, she got an offer to play a role that was pretty similar to the one she played in the hit TV sitcom. She did not think twice about saying no to those offers. She finally decided to live her dream of performing on Broadway. Even at an old age, she was able to fulfill it. That just goes to show that young dreams never die. You can still accomplish your dreams as long as you want to pursue it. Buddy Ebsen equals best-selling author. Buddy Ebsen decided to try writing a novel after he retired from acting. It was an immediate success thanks in large part to his role in the show. It was a collection of poems, and a lot of people bought it. Nobody knew he also has writing skills until he released his novel. In fact, some of his fans were clamoring for him to write another novel. Sadly, he decided to do other things. Premature retirement. Speaking of Buddy, before he signed on to star in the Beverly Hillbillies, he was actually contemplating retirement. It was a good thing he did not push through with his plans because he was spot on with his portrayal of one of the major characters of the show. The creator of the show made the right move in casting Buddy because the first movie he starred in actually got an Oscar nomination. The movie version bombed. The Beverly Hillbillies had a movie version in 1993, and it was pretty unsuccessful. One critic even called it the worst movie of all time. Since it was a long time after the last season, it was understandable how none of the actors and actresses could reprise their roles. Unfortunately, the ones who played the major and minor roles in the movie did a pretty bad job. Some people say it hardly resembled the TV series that it was based on. In fact, they say it was pretty far from it and the actors were not even doing their best. After the movie bombed, there were no other adaptations. Granny's Beverly Hillbillies Cookbook. A cookbook was made based on the dishes that were shown on the show. Apart from that, there were also profiles for the characters that appeared throughout the show's several seasons. Everyone knows Granny is one of the best chefs out there, so getting this book is a must. Some say it served as an inspiration for some restaurants to open. Canceled in 1971. The TV network it was showing in decided not to continue with showing the TV show anymore. They thought the show catered to a specific type of audience. Unfortunately, they thought a lot of their shows were catering to the same type. Therefore, they did not want too many shows of that, so they decided to cancel the show. Thus, it was the end of the Beverly Hillbillies. Like they say, all good things come to an end. Besides, the show ran its course, so it was best for everyone involved to move on to other projects. Despite its end, the show continues to be remembered up until this day. In fact, some people would go as far as to find old copies of original episodes. They would not want to settle for new versions because they know the classic 1960s episodes were the best ones. Only time will tell if Hollywood will be able to come up with a good adaptation of the Beverly Hillbillies. Which of these facts surprised you the most about the Beverly Hillbillies? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Factsverse for more videos.